This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking basketball, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles. 25 Whistles.
All right, how about that friggin' Duke UConn game?
Wild.
Crazy. Blow the whistle. So here we are.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
I got to tell you, I am done with basketball. Once Arkansas lost, I thought the tournament was over.
Oh, you're not watching
I
anymore?
thought they canceled it for everybody.
No, it turns out it still goes on.
Well, how about that? Okay, so I was only watching scores, and UConn was getting their butts kicked. So I didn't even put it over. And then halftime happens, and UConn was still getting their butt kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And so I checked it over midway through the fourth, and they started to make a move. So I just started monitoring a little close. And once it started getting close, I flipped it. I actually saw the play. But I watched – it's like I got the treat without having to eat the cereal. You know, I dug in the box, got the toy.
There was no
didn't
investment.
None. I only got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Most of these games, I feel like you can watch second half, and if something good happens, you got it.
I could not – again, everybody's going to say this 100 times. Everything that could have went wrong there, and I've heard it broken down 500 times. There's only 10 seconds on the clock. They could have kept the ball back court. They had a timeout left. He could have not tried to pass the ball. All these things. But you still got to hit that shot.
And that's a very low percentage shot.
You still got to hit that shot.
It's deep.
It's a low percentage shot to just shoot an open three.
Yes. But, man, he was like half-court logo.
He was wheelbarrowing those nuts after that shot. That was awesome. It
was
wasn't
awesome.
even like off the backboard. It wasn't like Kentucky and Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Chunks it up, prayer, in.
Yeah. It was nothing
And
but
you,
net.
you watched it live. Like, did you think – because when I was watching it, as soon as he shot it, I was like, I think that's going in. Like, it looked
no
good from the
way.
get-go.
I definitely did not think it was going in just based off of there's no way that shot's going in. Like everything that had to happen, the inbound, he freaked out. The guys tipped it.
Yeah.
The first guy didn't shoot it. He had the understanding to pass it back to the guy. He shot it. I was like, there's no, my God. And I was like, unbelievable. Here's the thing. I was very happy because everybody hates Duke unless you love Duke. Duke is the Yankees. Duke is the Cowboys. But Duke wins.
Easy.
But I started to think to myself, why do I hate Duke right now? I shouldn't, because I like Shire as a coach. Seems like fine, good guy. So I just hate the brand. Then they choked their brains off. The fact they had Knipple and Flag last year, they lost to Houston in the Final Four, right? Or championship game.
No.
Final Four.
And they were up big, like 7 in the last couple
With
minutes.
the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
With 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
They were up 19 in this game.
19.
It's unbelievable. It was awesome. Unless it happens to you. Like I had one of these, a version of this happen to me last year. Sweet 16, Texas Tech comes back, and it was the biggest come from behind victory in Sweet 16 history.
Yeah.
Texas Tech beat Arkansas. That's tough to take.
Yeah.
Man, if you're on the other side of it, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't even like UConn. I should hate UConn because Hurley annoys the crap out of me.
Hurley annoys the crap out of me, too.
He's much easier to dislike than Duke is right now.
Yes, correct.
But I've disliked Duke my whole life. Therefore, I was rooting for UConn to beat Duke. The shot, again, what a shot.
And this kid Mullins,
Freshman.
I think he was 0 for 3 on the day on threes. So, it wasn't like he's going to be the last shot.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe the first half they were like 1 for 16 for threes or something like that. And then they came alive.
I don't think that he wanted to take that last shot. I think the plan was probably just pass it off. Maybe we'll get some on the inside. We'll tie it up and we'll go to overtime.
There was no time to have a plan
because it was just it was a steal. Yeah.
It was the deflected ball. They got it to the guy who was kind of like at the elbow, the 3-point line. And there was 1 second on the clock, and he's really like, I'm guarded, so I'll just – the other guy wasn't even thinking he's getting the ball. He's just trying to cross just in case.
Yes.
There was no time for him to think. It was like, here's the ball, 1.5 seconds left, safety valve, ball up, boom.
But Kevin knew it was going in, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you have an idea. At least it's going to be close. The way that he shot it, the way that it left his hand, I was like, oh, wow, this looks like it's going in right away.
I mean, I'm kind of messing with you, but sometimes, like, this whole tournament, like, there's the shot style where you look at a shot go up, and you kind of have a good idea of like, oh, that was ugly. That's not going in. Or like, ooh, that looks like a good shot.
Like the St. John's Friday night against Duke. The kid took like a step back, the lefty, and that was way off. And you knew it from the beginning, and then he airballed it.
Yeah. You thought the form was good on this half-court logo?
You know the one that looked good was the Iowa from the corner?
Yes.
He was alone as soon as it came off his hand. This wasn't this round because they lost this round. But the game before.
Yeah.
He was wide open. It was a fast break to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
That
Against
one,
Florida, knock out Florida.
that one was in as soon as it left his hand.
Yeah, I saw it.
This game was the best ending so far of the tournament, right? Like this is the best.
This is one of the best to make that shot.
Yeah.
In an NCAA tournament game, that's the furthest game-winning shot like that within 1 second ever.
the furthest away.
Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And
because there have been long ones made, but then there's like 3 seconds still on the clock. Like this hit, and it was like 0.2 or 3 on.
Yeah, 0.3, and then they changed it to 0.4.
And then to think that coming back from a 19-point deficit and winning would be like 6th in NCAA tournament history. That's crazy too. Like there's been crazier games than this.
And Duke, they have the number 1 recruiting class every year.
Man, those Boozer kids are good, but that's tough. That one of the brothers was the one that turned it over.
Caden?
Felt bad for him.
Caden.
I feel bad for Caden because he's shorter. Like he's not the guy. I mean, he's a guard.
And that's crazy. They're twins, right? And I always think like, oh yeah, the little one. Like, even though he's not little, he's
and I
the
didn't know
little
the
one.
difference in their height until that commercial. Maybe it's a T-Mobile commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're face to face talking in the commercial, and I'm like, oh man, he really is a lot smaller. It's not just that Cam Boozer is just the better athlete. It's just he has the size.
Yeah, he's bigger.
Yeah. Did you hear the Duke radio call?
We have it here.
Yeah. Eddie, have you heard it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, so Kevin's the one that brought it in. That's why I have it here.
Yeah.
Hey, great job,
Thanks, Kevin.
Great job on you.
Thanks.
Duke radio announcers wanted a technical for the Husky players running off the bench after UConn hits the game-winning shot on Sunday. Here you go.
Get it in. They do for Boozer. Bobbled it. Back for Starr. Needs to get rid of it. Does for Caden. 7 seconds. Try to throw it ahead. Deflected. Stolen by Connecticut. 2 seconds. It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it. With 0.3 of a second to go. Malachi Smith ran off the bench. That should be a technical. But with 0.3 of a second to go, Connecticut has the lead 73-72.
You wish, buddy.
No ref is going to call that technical.
But
No
what about
way.
the Hurley like headbutting that ref? Did you see that clip?
No.
No, he actually headbutted him?
Dude, he was like all intense after they made it, and he walked up to the ref almost like to be like, yeah, we just made that. And I mean, got like it was weird. Everyone's like, why didn't he get a technical? You'll see it
a little
going
bit
around,
probably.
but
I get annoyed at the Hurley stuff, but a little bit probably because they know who he is.
That's what I was thinking.
And he
yeah.
does that crap all the time. And if you called it every single time, it'd be nonstop texts.
Yeah,
He probably gets the benefit of the doubt for winning and always being crazy.
that's fair.
But I didn't see it. That's without me seeing the clip. Because he's always going and saying they don't call crap.
Yeah,
Because you'd call 10 texts on him a game.
yeah. Even when they made the shot, I mean, he was going nuts.
You ever see Hurley with a hat on?
Huh.
He looks young.
Really?
Yeah.
Most people do.
He looks young, and then he's like, takes his hat off, like, oh, he's old again.
Arizona is awesome. Purdue gave him a run.
Yeah,
And then Arizona came back and
they're really good.
they're really good.
I think Michigan's the dominant one, though.
Dude, I'm telling you, Arizona and Michigan are the two teams.
Yep.
I think Arizona, they're both so good.
I wish that's not the case because I have Illinois on my Calcutta, which would be, oh my gosh, can you imagine?
But I think they can beat UConn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illinois and UConn and Michigan and Arizona are playing, and that's Saturday in Indianapolis.
Saturday, and then the championship is on Monday, correct?
Yeah.
What time do we leave?
We don't.
Yeah, when does plane leave?
I don't.
Dang.
No.
I didn't even know there was basketball.
No, you're-
They canceled it.
I'm surprised you watched it. Like,
Just
really?
the very, very end because I was watching the score. We were also watching the Arkansas softball game, which they hit a big home run to win the game, which was crazy because Florida's number 5 in the country. So we had it going, but I just have no interest. And my wife isn't going to watch a game with me that I'm not super interested in, only because I bet on it. I didn't
Yeah.
even bet on it.
Because like the Michigan-Tennessee game, I'm just like, why am I watching this?
It was a blow
Like,
from the get
no
go.
need
That
to
one-
watch this game.
I didn't watch any of
I
that.
just saw the score.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was basketball.
Which might be the first game of the tournament that I did not watch. Like,
Oh, it was
fully.
the first round for me. I've watched every game
Yeah.
until that because I was just home with the baby. That's it. So,
Yeah.
and the baby's doing about a mile on the treadmill now, up to a mile.
Oh, that's
Wow.
great.
Yeah.
Crawling or
Nice.
walking?
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
Crawling?
No, she'll get up sometimes. It's just a few
big
steps
deal.
and back
A
down.
light jog, maybe.
And then back
That's pretty
down.
good for a newborn.
Yes, it's very good.
Really good, Brandon.
We went to ChatGPT and we're like, newborn, only doing a mile. Should we be embarrassed? I was like, no, that's great. You should do that. Listen to this story about Brandon. So I was talking to Brandon over the weekend, and he's like, hey man, my mouth hurts. I got an abscess in my mouth. And so you went to an emergency dentist?
Yeah, man. I woke up on Saturday, this side, and it's still really swollen, but it was like the size of a golf ball. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, and it hurt to chew, all that stuff. And so I was like, I tried to call around to any emergency dental place. There was none.
I didn't know there were emergency dental places. I thought you had to like call a dentist to get them to come in.
No, that was me too. And so I got a hold of somebody and they said, yeah, we don't have a dentist in. You should just go to an urgent care, regular urgent care, just to make sure it's not infected. I was like, okay. So I go, and while I'm waiting, I'm searching, and I found one south of Nashville. Emergency dental. They're open 9 to 9 every single day.
9 to
of the week.
9, 9 p.m. to 9 a.m.?
9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, so what if you have it at midnight, though? You're
Yeah.
just screwed?
Not really an emergency dental place.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
I guess that
that's a good
place, though, you
question.
don't have to get an appointment at any time. for
Oh, they
any-
take walk-ins, all the
Okay.
Yeah,
things.
okay.
So I canceled the urgent care. I told the doctor what was up. He was like, "Oh, dude, just go." So I got an appointment for 6 p.m. I go in. They give me 2 huge shots of numbing stuff, and by then, dude, it was a baseball.
It was
and-
getting bigger. Could you feel it getting bigger?
Dude, yeah.
A baseball?
And that pain. They're like 1 to 10. What's your pain? I was like, I'm gonna say a 9. This is unbearable.
And Brandon's
so-
like, my mouth hurts, but if you need anything, let me know. I'll cut some clips. And I'm like, dude.
yeah, man, I got
I was like, dude,
I got your
dude,
photos, bro.
handle your stuff.
It's got a baseball in his
like in
mouth.
the-
drooling on his computer.
I'm in the chair, like, texting pictures. But yeah, they started a root canal. That's what I had to get. And I already had a crown on this tooth. So what they think is the crown broke and there was, stuff
Like debris from the.
or there's just stuff getting in there
Food,
over
probably.
time,
Oh, got it.
and just slowly infecting and then, waking up like that. They said I caught it early. So 8
Early.
p.m., I'm getting a root canal. They give me a temporary crown and I get home by like 11:30,
Wow.
And you look fine. You
What a
feeling
day.
good?
Thanks, man. I feel so much better. Oh my gosh. But right here you can feel it. It's like a grape,
It's gotten
grape
smaller.
size. Yeah.
How'd that root canal feel?
Better than I thought. I've had one done before 2 or 3 years ago, and it was fast. And I'm deathly afraid of the dentist. I hate it, But they walked me through everything. They told me what they were doing, and I think they got it done in like 45 minutes.
It didn't hurt real bad?
No, because they numbed literally this entire side of my face.
I started to get root canals when I first started to go to the dentist. So I never went as a kid, but then when I started to go to the dentist in my 20s, when I got insurance, I had probably 7 years of work I had to do to get back to normal. And at that time, getting a root canal, when I very first started getting a root canal, so it's probably like 2001, they hurt. They hurt. I had like 3 immediate. They hurt. Different dentists, and then over time, I feel like I can go to the dentist now and get a root canal if I have to get one. I can go in. It doesn't. The shots hurt a little bit when they
Yeah.
numb you, but they're able to do that now so easily.
The technology is incredible.
Don't they knock you out? Don't you? You
Uh-uh.
get, or a gas, laughing gas, or what do you do?
I do laughing gas. Dude, if I had a machine in my house, I'd do that today.
Just recreational.
That's why you don't have a machine in your house.
It's literally the greatest. It's the only
Yeah.
time I've ever been like high. That's when I like understand what love even is.
Yeah, man. Everything just makes sense.
I'm not kidding. Like I'm floating
You're like the Beatles.
in
all
all
of a sudden.
black. The last time I was floating and I was in all black and I could hear the music
go.
that they're playing, but
Hendrix, what was it?
and how no, it's just whatever they're playing on like the PA system. But when you're totally aware, you can hear the song. As you do more and more laughing, and then it disappears. And that's how I know I'm coming back because I've had so much dental work. Like I know where I am now. It's like somebody who's really good at drugs, takes a lot of drugs. They know exactly where they are.
Nice.
When music starts to come back, but I can't hear it, I know I'm coming back too. And then when I hear it fully, I'm back. I'm like, God dang, I'm
That
back.
sounds like a movie.
Yeah. I'm
Man.
never more relaxed though. It's a place that I've never been in my life that I get on laughing gas, where I'm not tense, I'm not stressed. I'm like thinking about abstract thoughts, not just how to get stuff done.
That's cool.
It's
Just
wild,
regular
man.
thoughts.
It's wild.
You know, Brandon's talking about his story about his the baseball thing. I had a golf ball one, this was like a couple years ago, on my cheek, and I went to the doctor. And I'm like, what is happening? This thing is getting bigger and bigger.
Did it hurt?
And it hurts so bad. And it ended up being too many margaritas. The doctor was like, you need your salivary glands. Yeah, your salivary glands getting infected. He's like, are you drinking anything sour? And I was like, I don't think so. Then I realized, like, man, I've been drinking margaritas every night for the last 2 weeks.
So, but there had to be something that allowed the margaritas.
The lime, man, the lime.
No,
in the
but there had to be
margarita.
something wrong with it that the margarita affected it in a negative way.
He said basically, if you're something sour that you're drinking has like clogged up your salivary gland, And he's
So it
like,
was all margarita.
so blame it on margaritas. I had to cut out margaritas in my life.
Did they have to drain it out and margaritas come out?
they partied it out.
Some frozen margarita comes out. Nah, they just put me on antibiotics, but that was crazy. I had to cut out margaritas in my life.
So Eddie has a friend, I guess. Who do you know that's selling a cow?
Okay, so this is a buddy of mine who he has a farm, and he called me one day. He's like, man, I have an opportunity for you because I know you love to grill, you love to smoke meat. He's like, I'm doing this thing for my friends where like you can buy a cow.
Do it.
And he's like,
I need to hear more about this.
he said, get your buddies involved, like, because if you buy a whole cow, because you can buy a whole cow for like $2,000, and it's like that's a lot of meat. So if you want, you can do a quarter of a cow, which is less meat, but still a lot of meat. So it's $900 to buy a quarter of a cow. You get to pick which cuts you want. You want briskets out of it. You want T-bones. You want ribeyes, fillets, ground beef, whatever you want. You get to choose your quarter of the cow for $900. Wow. And I said, you know what? Stand by. I'm going to talk to my buddies.
It's just for meat, though. It's not an investment.
No, it's meat.
Oh,
It's just meat.
I'm out then.
Dude, the freshest meat. It's a cow. So if we buy today,
It's a cow.
we will have fresh meat by next year. Next April.
I wouldn't know the difference. That if
Your
I went
bo-
to
your-
Whole Foods and
your
bought.
body does.
Mm.
Your body knows.
If it were some sort of investment, or it's like buy a baby cow and then sell it later, maybe I would be into it. I'm not buying it for meat.
You don't want fresh meat.
Yes, I'll go
Fajitas.
to the store.
And no,
I mean, technically, you're saving money, right, Eddie?
that's what he said. He's
Because
like,
you get it in such big bulk.
yep.
Yeah,
I said
you're
gonna-
saving money.
He said
Wait,
you're
so
going to
you're
need a
saying
freezer.
you buy a quarter of a cow?
Yep.
For how much?
$900.
But a whole cow's how much?
2,000.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
I heard that,
That makes
too.
no sense.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Because if you buy half of the cow, that's $1,800.
Oh, I meant to say 4,000. That's on me. That's my math.
Oh, okay.
That's my math. Plus, like, so you can buy the quarter for 900, or you can buy the whole cow. And he's not trying to make money off us. He said this is just for my buddies. Like,
If I could buy a cow and then sell it to idiots who'd buy the quarter, then I'd be in.
There you go.
I'll buy an eighth.
I did think that it was a business opportunity when he first called. I'm like,
It's
ooh,
not.
I
It's
like
a meat
this.
opportunity.
It's not. He's
It's
like,
an
you like
eating opportunity.
correct.
Where's this coming from?
A ranch right down the road in Dixon.
Nice.
Are you gonna buy it? You have to get people in with you.
I can't do it by myself. I don't even have that much storage. Like, I can't buy half a cow or a quarter of a cow and put that in my freezer. So, but if you guys want to go in and we split our cuts, dude, if you want, you can pick your ribeyes or whatever, and I'll grill them for you.
Dang.
$900, we can all go in on a quarter of a cow right now.
I'm out. I don't need the meat.
But you love meat.
So now it's a third of a cow if you guys want it. And Mike, because Mike's vegan, he ain't
Yeah,
out.
Mike's
Mike's
out.
not Mike. I
Dang
wasn't
it.
talking to you, Mike.
Mike buys in just to throw it away.
So $300, $333 from each of you if you want all that meat. Kevin?
Kevin?
Dude, I'm in.
But you need a
That-
third, or
that's
it's
only
gonna be
two.
500.
Right.
Oh, jeez. I was like, was that me?
That's the cow saying don't do it.
It's actually the
Wait.
cow Eddie brought in, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can hear the one we're gonna
So
eat.
if it's me, you, and Brandon, what is it? $300?
$333.
$333.
Let me think about it.
I got to know how much it is too, because to your point, I got to
Wait,
be
that's
able
not
to
right. That's
store it.
1,000. I was thinking if I were to do it, I'd say it was 1,000 if it were 900. So it's 300 each.
You make $100.
In my mind, I was like, how?
yeah.
I mean, there may be some processing fees in there.
Oh my God!
Oh, here we go.
Shipping
Okay,
and
I'm out.
handling.
I'm out.
That's not going to be any more than like.
It could be 333 now with the processing.
Yeah,
fees.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It might be 333.
Dude, I mean, I'm in.
But you're not getting it till April.
It's a year.
Yeah, a year, right? They're going to raise it, and yeah, that's fine.
Is that
Gives me
crazy?
time to create space.
If we say yes today, he's going to buy the cow as a little calf.
He's making money off of you,
No, man. He said no. It's just
Oh,
for his
he
buddies.
is. Yes,
This
he
feels like a pyramid scheme right now. The way you're talking
and then
about
you
it.
get
If
4
you
people
get
to
in
buy,
right
sell
now,
a cow. Yeah.
You get in on the ground floor.
Can we come visit the cow?
Yes. He said send you pictures of it.
Oh, that'd make
everything.
it
You
worse.
can
No,
go
that would make
visit
it worse for
The
sure.
cow mysteriously dies.
Yeah.
So you're out completely.
I don't want the meat.
What, you love meat?
Yeah, but I like to buy meat from the grocery store now when I want it. And then
When
eat
you
it.
need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't need you to cook it.
Brandon.
Man, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clock's ticking though, guys.
That is the line of I'm out.
You can't press us on the clock's ticking.
Well, I'm just saying, the longer we wait, the longer we have to wait for this meat. It's gonna take a whole year.
That to me is not appealing.
Oh,
What?
I think
Steak
it
is
sounds
not
great.
appealing?
Yeah.
That it's gonna take a whole year. You might die.
Well-
Then you spend all this money.
Or the cow might die.
Wouldn't say it like that.
Mike?
Yeah. We got to sign something to make sure the cow gets to a certain
All
age.
right, you guys are out. Whatever.
Hey, Kevin said he might be in.
I'm in, yeah.
So it's just me and Kevin.
I thought it was a money-making opportunity. I'd have been in on that. But
It's a meat-making
Yeah, I'm good.
opportunity.
did you watch the dinosaurs on Netflix?
Yeah, well, not all of them. I've watched 3 of the
Not
4.
all the dinosaurs.
Not all the dinosaurs.
My
No, I've
wife
watched-
and I thought about watching it. We didn't jump.
Yeah, and if you've seen the reviews, it's got like these glowing reviews.
Massive. That's why we even thought about it.
And I'm like, we've watched, like I said, 3 out of the 4, and I'm gonna watch the last one. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not like eager to watch it. It's been almost a week and I haven't watched it, and they're only like 45 minutes.
Would you buy a quarter of a Tyrannosaurus for $900?
Yes,
100%.
933. The graphics, the CGI, all that is unreal, amazing. But like the stories themselves and the facts and all that,
Yeah.
it's just like I don't feel like I'm learning anything, and I want to learn something if I'm watching it. Like they just throw random stuff in here and there. They go from like 230 million years to like 98, and then back. I don't know, back and forth. So it's good to watch visually, but it's not my favorite.
Mike, do you watch it?
Yeah, I learned a lot.
But learned a lot about what though, Mike? Like
How the dinosaurs adapted to the environment, how much the world has changed over all those millions of years, and like how they're basically chickens.
I feel like it's like because
Because they're birds. Dinosaurs
Yeah.
are birds.
I watched the first episode and I just
Oh, you did?
yeah I did, and I felt like I was like this is a cool fictional story. Like how do they know?
That too.
How do
That's
they know?
another factor.
I enjoyed it because it's kind of like well that's cool the visual of that
They're
happening.
carbon dating probably their bones.
Possibly. It's
No,
all
no, no,
guess,
no, not
you know?
I
It's a guess, but for Mike to be like,
It
I
is
learned
not-
so much. Well, I don't know what we learned.
It is not a guess. It's. I mean, I think they form a hypothesis and they chase it down.
That's a guess. That's a fancy way of saying a guess.
Yeah, but then they do the work to figure out if they feel like it's true based on what they had originally thought.
yeah. Now it is cool to see like a dinosaur attack.
Yeah.
Like
But
that's cool to
That's
see
not
that.
real.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a good movie. It's like watching a movie, but I wouldn't watch it to be like,
There are
Like a
real life
documentary.
Scientologists, paleontologists.
yeah, but they're just like us, man.
They're
Those-
not.
Those titles make them sound so smart, but they're just like us, you know. Like they're hanging out at a bar right now watching basketball.
Yeah. Buying a cow.
Does it help that Morgan Freeman is
Of
narrating?
course.
Yeah,
I mean, of course.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Like I said, it's cool to
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
like look at and watch and all that, but even like the first dinosaur, I don't really know where it came from still.
40 billion years ago.
Yeah, but the first anything, we really don't know where it came from.
I know.
Andy Dufresne.
The Velociraptor.
It was a tiny one.
I can't believe that you think a paleontologist is just like us.
Yeah. I mean, but
What about like
wish.
an astrophysicist?
the only reason I say that is because like I went to high school with people that are doctors, and I'm like, dude, I know these guys.
Okay, but you're not taking a shot at paleontology.
No, just
because you said they guessed, but you could say that about physicists.
correct.
You could say that about a lot of science.
Yeah. So you watch the dinosaur one, it's like it's really cool. The visual's awesome, but I wouldn't look at it and be like, wow, that's really how it was. We don't know. They're just guessing.
What
But it's a
about when
cool
they-
guess.
What about when they do unsolved mysteries and they show you the person doing the crime
I love those.
based on what the conclusions they've drawn? Huh?
The reenactments.
Is that real?
No, it's not.
Close though, based
There's-
on what they
pretty
know.
close.
There's one I
That
s-
dinosaur show was basically just unsolved mysteries.
pretty much. Yeah,
we
the
go.
reenactment.
Yep.
There's one where like Matthew McConaughey's reenacting one, like an unsolved mystery.
No way.
I thought you meant a dinosaur.
Pretty
You
cool.
also didn't believe in dinosaurs, though, if I remember correctly, until a few years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago is when I
Wait, what?
Exactly. That's I'm trying to piece all this together as he's talking. I just remember Eddie also he just thought they were fictional, as like they were a cartoon, not real.
correct. I remember going to the museum and they'd have like dinosaur prints. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like dinosaurs. It's like Medusa. Like, ooh, she had snakes coming out of her head. Cool. Like Zeus, he had lightning bolts. Love it.
So mythology and dinosaurs to you were the same.
Correct. And then I realized later, I'm like, no, they were like real animals that roamed the
How
earth.
much later? How much later?
They're like a few years
I
ago.
just
Yeah.
found this out like 2 years ago. Wow. Yeah. I thought it was like like a myth.
Mhm.
The dinosaurs roaming the earth. But it's crazy. The thing is, I don't think that they were as big as we thought that they were, right? Like they're not super, super huge.
Well, scale was different because there weren't buildings to compare it to.
right.
So I do think I don't know. Let's ask.
And it just took millions of years to get to that size.
Like I think the Brontosaurus, in my mind, is the biggest. Now it's only because as a kid it was always painted the biggest.
Yeah.
So let me ask here. What was the largest dinosaur and how large was it?
The largest known dinosaur, and indeed the largest land animal ever, was probably Argentinosaurus. This massive titanosaur lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 95 to 100 million years ago. Based on fossil estimates, Argentinosaurus is thought to have reached lengths of about 100 to 120 feet, and may have
that's
weighed in the
huge.
ballpark of 70 to 100 tons. In other words, it was like a walking building.
How big was the Brontosaurus?
The Brontosaurus was definitely big, though not as gigantic as the largest Titanosaurus. Adults were typically around 70 to 75 feet long and weighed about 15 to 20 tons. They were still massive by any measure. Picture something longer than a standard school bus and weighing more than a couple of elephants.
How tall was the Brontosaurus?
Brontosaurus stood roughly 15 to 20 feet tall at the hips. When you factor in its long neck extending upwards, it could easily reach around 40 to 50 feet high when stretching its neck upward. So it could feed from pretty tall trees, making it a true giant of the Jurassic.
That's pretty big.
20 feet from the hips.
That's really big.
Huh.
What does she call it? A titanosaur?
I guess that's the bigger version of just a dinosaur.
Dang.
Dude, that's
Dude,
scary.
feels like some Transformers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let
I'm
me ask-
sending you a picture of the Argentinosaurus. Whoa.
let me-
Thank you.
This is insane.
Yes. Come on.
And these are the fossils that they found
Right.
that are real, Eddie.
That are real now, yeah.
Real
Hey, I
now.
have one other question. We have a friend here who doesn't really believe in dinosaurs,
No, that's not true.
or he has a loose belief in them, but he thinks they're just guessing whenever he watches a series like on Netflix called Dinosaurs. He doesn't think that they really are what are depicted. What would you say to him?
I'd say it's understandable to be skeptical of how exact we can be. After all, we're talking about creatures from millions of years ago. But I'd remind him that paleontology is a science. It's not just guesswork, it's based on fossils, bones, and evidence. Scientists piece together clues like footprints, fossilized skin impressions, and even chemical analysis of bones. Are the Netflix animations perfect? No, they're artistic interpretations based on the best available evidence. But the bones themselves? Those are real, and they tell us these creatures absolutely existed.
Yeah. What they look like. I mean, she's saying that what they look like.
No, she's
yeah.
not saying what you said.
Yeah, but like we don't know how they moved. We don't even know how they ate
Well,
the other ones or
But
how they
you
attacked
can know how
the
they
other
move
ones.
based on how big they were, or even like the distance in bones.
Yeah.
Like if you put the hips together, the legs. Did you send a picture of the
Yeah.
the bumblebee?
I
Sent
just
to all of
texted
us?
you guys.
Would
Yeah.
you send me Bumblebee?
Argentinosaurus.
Oh,
Wow.
I
Who
sent it to
has
you too,
that?
Kev.
that looks like a Tyrannosaurus and a Brontosaurus made love, and that came out.
Mm.
Because it looks mean and angry with the teeth, but then it's a big, tall, giraffe-looking thing. Like a. How did it turn into a dinosaur podcast?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm,
Okay,
into-
I like it.
I'm here for it.
Kevin,
Eddie called out the paleontologist.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because
I'm
you just
not
don't. You're not a
calling
believer.
them out.
You are.
I think they're doing fine work, but
Eddie
Fine, fine word.
they're also guessing.
They're
Hey,
not guessing. That's not accurate. They're not guessing.
They're not guessing how one dinosaur attacked the other one. Yes, they are.
No,
Based on
but-
how they think the
but
bones are
based
able
on,
to move.
but they're not
yes.
guessing. They're formulating educated opinions based on the chemical, the bones, everything that they're able to put together. So they're not guessing.
You're like a lawyer.
No, I'm not. There's just a difference in guessing and having some evidence and basing what you think based off the evidence that is given.
Right. What's crazy is how they can see from the teeth that these dinosaurs are carnivores or herbivores because they can see from
Yeah.
the teeth. That's incredible to me. So they can predict, oh yeah, the Tyrannosaurus,
Was
this
an
is what his
attacker.
teeth looks like.
Mm-hmm.
They can see from bones that have been probably attacked by those same teeth.
Oh, even the bones. That's a good
You
point.
know?
No, but Eddie says there's no way.
Oh, Eddie.
They're probably like at a bar being like, guys, we got to come up with something.
Check
We've been
this
doing this for
out."
how long? We need to, like,
One more shot and we'll get it. Come on.
All right, we have Robert Parish coming up. Robert Parish, the Celtics great, who wrote a book. We'll talk to him. And then Eddie got into it with a kid at a gym. So we'll talk about that as well.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got into it. It's a fight.
Yeah, just, clarify.
I didn't say.
What else
I
would
don't
you
think there was any.
Fight?
Eddie got into it with a kid. It just sounds weird. Just
I don't think got into it sounds weird.
I wouldn't have gone there with
If
my
I'd
head.
have
no.
said,
Just clarifying, man. You just want to be very clear.
if
with
I
the
said
stuff.
Eddie wrestled with a kid in the
Ooh, that's-
gym, that would be
That would be
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Eddie did some weird things with a kid. That
yeah,
would be weird.
yeah, that would be weird.
Or even Eddie punched a kid. That'd be even worse.
Got
Yep,
into it.
yep.
Got into
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's coming up. On with us now, Celtics great. He's got a book, The Chief, the story of the Boston Celtics' most enigmatic icon. Here he is, Robert Parish. This is great. Mr. Parish, thank you so much for coming on. My first question is, like, I know you for not saying much. So how tough was it to write a book where you had to say everything?
Actually, it was quite easy. As I've said before, more open, more accessible, better listener. So I feel like because of the transformation or the growth, whatever you want to call it, I feel like it was a good time to do a bio, to then let my fans and my haters know that I do have personality, I do smile, I do tell jokes, I do talk a lot of trash. So just get them a look through their window and who and what I am, not just an athlete.
Something that I did not know is that you were drafted by Golden State. I can see you playing with the Celtics, but I didn't know you were drafted by Golden State. So you played with them for a few years. What was it like personally? What did it feel like to be traded?
I took it as an insult initially because we was in the midst of doing a new contract. We was in contract negotiations, so I thought I was going in the process of getting an extension from the Warriors. And then when we was 2 days away from finalizing the deal, I get a call from the Warriors, the general manager, saying that I had been traded. And so my first instinct was I'm going to a city that reminds me of the South, segregation, and playing with that overrated white boy. And I was wrong on both fronts.
So
No question.
growing up in Louisiana, then you're in California, like Boston, to me, growing up in the South, I grew up in Arkansas. First time I ever went to Boston or New York, it was like a culture shock to me. Like to you, when you go to Boston, what was it like for you the first time?
It was all love. Very warm reception. The executives, ownership, fans were very gracious, very warm, receptive initially. Getting back on my perception that I had of Boston coming in, the perception is far worse than the reality. I have never experienced any type of rejection, any type of prejudice. It's just been all love for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I know prejudice and racism is in every city. So I'm not going to say Boston does not have its flaws. Every city does. I'm just saying I was not exposed to it. Is all I'm saying. And to piggyback on what I'm saying about that overrated white boy, was I ever wrong? If anything, he's underrated, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, what was it like? What was Larry like? I got a Larry ball that sits behind me here too. What was Larry like as a dude?
Cool brother. No question about it. You got to get to know him, though. If you don't know him, he gives off that vibe, leaving me alone. I don't want to be bothered. But if you get to know him, if he let you in to his inner circle, oh, funny, always talking trash, as he's legendarily known for, has a sense of humor, easy to get along with. I like his leadership style. He's not aggressive with his leadership. He leads by example, and he's not the vocal type leader, which I think long-term works best, because if you are confrontational and gets in people's face, after a while they ignore you and what you're saying becomes background noise. So all around, I have no complaints about my time with Larry and the Boston Celtics. It's been all good.
Whenever you sat down and you started writing the book, was there a part of your life that you wanted to share, that it was important for you to share because you didn't think people quite understood this part of your story?
The people part. I know that I have these tendencies or peculiarities, whatever you want to call them. I know I give off that vibe as being distant and dismissive. And I know that's probably the main reason why my relationship with the Boston media is, what would be the word? Fragile. and that's mainly because of me. Nothing that the Boston media did or said. I'm really not a people person. I prefer my own company. And I know I made their jobs difficult because I avoided them as much as I could. And that made their job more difficult.
Whenever you were coming up as a kid, you didn't play basketball till a little later than most kids. Did someone discover you as an athlete and go, hey, we need to put you in basketball? And how quickly did you adapt to actually being good at basketball?
Well, I would say I was discovered as an athlete. I was discovered as a tall person because I certainly was not an athlete by any stretch of the imagination. My junior high school coach, Coleman Kidd, pursued me, encouraged me, always with the positivity, especially I just started playing organized basketball until the 7th grade. And it showed. Growing up, my siblings and my neighbors, friends, we played baseball, football, soccer. We ran track. We never played basketball. So it was very humbling, awkward time in my life because athletics came naturally to me, except for basketball. Was not a good showing, a good start. My first 2 years, I feel like I was wasting my time. But my coach at the time, Coach Kidd, told me to stay with it. You are that tall for a reason. And I used to tell him, yeah, I'm this tall for a reason because my parents are tall. That's the only reason I could think of. Certainly not because of athletics. No question.
At what point did basketball start to feel easier to you?
One day, 9th grade, before, I'll give you a little context here, before school started, the 8 o'clock bell rang, we used to have morning scrimmages every morning. And so I never showed any promise, never showed any possibilities of getting better. Only thing I was doing was just getting cardio, running them down the floor. That's all I was able to do. And then maybe the third game into my 9th grade, that third season, I caught the basketball. Don't ask me why, how I caught it, but I could never catch it before. So for me, that was a turning point. My number in junior high school was 00, and my teammates and the student body used to call me double nothing, and it was appropriate because I didn't have any idea what to do with the basketball until the 9th grade. And then for some reason, it just all came together. All that hard work, all that sacrifice, all that encouragement from Coach Kidd paid off. I was finally rewarded for the effort.
We have a guy on the show that is a massive Celtics fan, like die hard. And so I wanted to bring him in to ask you a couple questions. This is Kevin.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Parish or Chief? Can I
How
call
you
you
doing,
Chief?
Either one.
All right.
Robert,
All right.
Chief, it doesn't matter.
All right. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming on. You were part of the 80s Celtics-Lakers rivalry that I wasn't around to see, but my dad still talks about till this day. And people say it brought basketball back, the NBA back. What was that like playing in that rivalry just for 10 straight years, basically playing each other all the time in the finals, you guys getting the best of them? What was that like?
It was rewarding. It was educational. I would have to say they had tremendous influence, and they definitely had our attention because I know they paid attention to what we was doing, who we was playing, how bad we beat them, and we did the same thing with the Lakers. We followed them. We paid attention to them because they pretty much mirrored the way we go about our business. We play hard. We play together. We play smart. And that's the way the Lakers played and approached the game also. So I think Larry Magic had a lot to do with the intensity of the rivalry. I'm going to go back a little further. Russell Chamberlain started that Laker Celtic rivalry, in my opinion, and then Larry and Magic in college, and that continued on to the pros. So that just intensified that rivalry because of the competitive nature of those players. So I always feel like it was great, not only for the Lakers and the Celtics, but for the fans and the NBA, because we played some of the best basketball at that time.
And what about rivalries in general back then? We see all the clips of the fights, you, Lambeer, everybody going at it. Was that real, or was that like a competitive thing on the court? Did you guys actually hate each other?
I think hate is too strong of a word. We was a healthy dislike, though. We didn't like one another. I think it's safe to say that. But certain, Detroit was the up and coming team in the East. Our biggest rival in the East were the 76ers, Dr. J and Tony and Cheeks and Bobby Jones and Dawkins and those guys. And then Larry and Dr., who's the best player in the East. They were both striving and competing for dominance and the best be number one. And then that rivalry escalated when the 76ers got Moses Malone. I think the rivalry intensified, made both sides more competitive. Much must-watch basketball, in my opinion, every time those two teams met. So it was great for the NBA, great for the Celtics, 76ers, and I must say having Moses in the East helped make all of us better. Because we had to get better to get past the Sixers.
And what about this year? I saw you at the game recently. The Celtics just clinched a playoff spot, and big surprise for everybody, especially the fans. What do you think? Is it Missoula? Is it Jaylen Brown this year that they were able to outperform what the expectations were?
It starts upstairs. Brad Stevens, the architect, that's where it starts. And then trickle down to the coach, Joe Missoula. I think the mentality, the mindset. And also you got to give the players credit for buying into Coach Missoula's philosophy. They kind of mirror the Celtics of the 80s in this regard. They play hard, they play smart, and they play together. And unfortunately, that Tatum got hurt. He went down with an injury. But I think what that injury did, it made the current Celtics realize the benefits and the rewards of playing solid defense, consistent defense. And that's one of the reasons why they won the championship, because they were playing that suffocating, disruptive defense, and they're back to those defensive tendencies. And I think that's one of the main reasons why you see a surprise, because in my opinion, I don't think the Celtics were starting over when they lost Tatum. They just reloaded. Guys that stepped up. White, Pritchard, and company just stepped up along with Jaylen Brown. They all stepped up and picked up the void that was left by Jason Tatum, since he is their best player.
You played for 21 seasons. How did you stay healthy for 21 seasons?
Big healthy dose of luck, first of all. Anatomy played a part, genetics rather, and stretching. I took the martial arts. We stretched for an hour before we did any type of defensive moves and poses and tactics. Also, I took yoga. That helped tremendously also, because as you get older, you get tighter, stiffer. And we all know that athletics is a perishable skill. When you start to lose it, you don't run as fast, you don't jump as high, you're not as mobile. That's when the flexibility plays a major role. And I think all of those factors is the main reason why I avoided any significant injuries. Because if you don't have a significant injury and you take care of yourself, and there's still an appetite for your services, you can play for a long time.
Hope everybody checks out the book, The Chief, the story of the Boston Celtics' most enigmatic icon. We're big fans. Mr. Robert Parish, thank you so much for the time. I hope the book is such a success, and thank you for spending a few minutes with us here today.
Thank you guys for your time and your patience and continued success to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Parish. Have a great day. Appreciate you.
You do the same. Thank you. Take care.
He almost fought a kid this time.
Whoa.
This wasn't just parents fighting.
No,
This is
no,
kids,
this was
parents.
me.
Yeah.
No, this is a big deal.
Go ahead.
So my son came to me, one of my boys, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, somebody," and he had tears in his eyes, like, "Somebody stole my basketball. These two boys in the hallway, they picked me up. Like, I don't know what's going on." So, hey, Papa Bear stepped up. So I'm like, "Show me these kids." And we walked out of the hallway. He said, "That one right there, Dad." So I walk up to the kid. I got puffy chest and everything. I said, "Hey, where's my ball?" He said, "What ball?" You know what ball I'm talking about?
He got lippy with you?
Yes. I go, "Give him my ball." And he goes, "Oh, that ball. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir." And he goes back and gets the ball. And I was like, "And pick on someone your own size."
Oh, you hit him with that.
Dang, you
dude.
told him, dude.
The fear in his eyes when I said that was crazy. He was just like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir."
What would you have done if he'd have punched you?
Ooh, it's tough. I didn't think about that because immediately I'm like, fight back. No, man, this kid was probably 13, maybe 14. I probably just would have held him. You know how you do
Yeah.
like the hold his head while he's trying to like punch your gut or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So you got the ball back.
Got the ball
did
back.
the kid learn his lesson?
So I kind of saw them. I mean, this was like early in the day. So I saw them later kind of just staring at me, like three of them, like, "Oh, are they going to jump me in the parking lot? Here we go."
Bunch of 13-year-olds whooping your butt.
So there was a little bit of fear in me, like, "Oh man, they're like gathering the troops and they're going to attack me in the parking lot." But nah, it never happened. But we're good. We got the ball back. And I told my son, like, stop going to the concession stand or the hallway and messing with other boys. Like, you're alone. If you got 5 of your friends, do whatever you want. That's fine. But by yourself, dribbling the basketball in the hallway at a different city, we don't even know where we are, who these kids are. It's going to happen. So don't do that.
Did you watch UFC this weekend?
Crazy. UFC was crazy. Macy Barber, oh my gosh, she got punched, and dude, I thought she died. I've watched UFC for many years. I've never seen someone like this before. Like, she was out, her eyes were motionless, her body was not moving for like 3 minutes straight.
Did they stop it immediately, or did the person keep pounding and the ref was just trying to decide when she was out?
Yeah,
That's always a weird thing where the refs
Yeah.
got to make a judgment call because sometimes they're pounding and they're out or they're not quite out, but it's borderline.
These fighters are trained to like, don't stop until the ref says it's over, like, because it might not be over. So yeah, I think her name was Alexa Grasso. She punches her, knocks her out, but then she gets around her and starts choking her like a chokehold, and she does it for like a good 3 seconds until the ref's like, she's out, get over. And man, like, I really thought she was dead. Everyone did. My kids were in the kitchen while doing something. They look over and one of my boys like, "Dad, is she okay?" I'm like, I really don't know, but she got up eventually.
Dang, I'm watching it.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And then, not to make fun of it, but when they get up and they start like wrestling the ref because
Yeah.
they think it's still going on,
Yeah,
then she
yeah.
starts like taking the ref's
'cause she's
leg.
out of it?
Because she's so out of it.
She
yeah.
grabbed the ref's leg, like just kind of almost like she's wrestling, like Kevin said,
Yeah.
wrestling the ref.
I saw a funny clip on TikTok. Speaking of kids basketball, there's a sound that people play when people are shooting a basketball, and it's a guy going, "That's my man." Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So a kid was doing this to his friend, but he wasn't using the sound that people use. He was doing it himself.
Just saying it.
Yes, the kid's probably 10 years old, and the kid is recording his friend shoot the shot, the free throw. It's like a, Saturday 10-year-old game.
That's where I'm at usually.
And he goes, "That's my man." And the kid misses. He's 10. And the kid looks over and puts double birds up and goes, "Shut the F up." And the ref goes, "What? No." I mean, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
I laughed out.
I'm telling you, when I was telling you about those AAU fights, like the kid that threw the bird to the man that whistled, he was probably 9 years old. To see a 9-year-old flip a man off is hilarious.
That's my man.
Dang.
We're done. Thank you all for being here. Hit us with that whistle, and then we will see you guys later on this week.
I got you, man.
It's different whistle once we're in this studio.
I know.
Because Mike's got the whistle in the other studio. Eddie's got the whistle in this studio.
And I was a lifeguard for many years, so my whistle's very like, hey, danger in the pool whistle.
Hey, nobody blows as naturally as you do. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. All right, we'll see you guys later on this week. Bye, everybody.